Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing my July 2024 Shop My Stash. This one should go pretty quickly because a lot of the things I am going to keep out because I do want to keep using them. I recently made an Ulta purchase. I finally used that $15 gift card, the one that was going to expire, and I also made a little small haul on Juvia's Place. I'll show you those things as we go along with the Shop My Stash, but without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump on in. All right, let's start off with my palettes. If you're new to my Shop My Stashes, I always start off with the palettes first because it just makes it easier to pick out blushes, highlighters, everything else, and we pulling from my Shop My Stash. Most of these are going to be staying out. A few of them will be going back. The first one that's going to go back is this one. This is the X Revolution Kombucha palette. I kept this out for 2 rotations. We're going to put that one back. We're going to put back the Crown palette, and we're also going to put back the Juvia's Place Candy Shop. This one, you guys, I had so much fun with. This one is absolutely beautiful. I had decluttered all of my Juvia's Place palettes because the older formula I just wasn't enjoying anymore, but the newer formula, this one is absolutely beautiful. I had so much fun with this palette. This one right here, this is the orange capsule from Sugar Pill. I pulled this one out because I wanted to test it out some more to see if I wanted to keep it, and you guys, it is beautiful. I am going to keep this out for a little bit more. I might put this one back sometime during the middle of the month, but for now, I do want to use it a little bit more. And then we have, this is the new Nomad palette, the Keys Beachy and Peachy. This one is themed after the Florida Keys. I want to use this one a little bit more. And then we're keeping out our Smokin' Hot palette from ColourPop, which just has a lot of smoky, toasty, fiery shades. So we're going to keep this one out too. I almost forgot to mention that I moved the Limoncello palette into my everyday makeup drawer because I do want to keep this out for the whole summer. All right, let's pick out our new palettes. And the first one that I'm going to pick out is over here. I'm going to pull out this one from BH Cosmetics. This is the Nude Ego palette. This one has a mixture of warm peachy tones. There's also some cooler tones in here. I think this is going to be perfect. I want to pull out something with some greens in it. So I think I'm going to pull out my Wilderness palette once again. This is from Beauty Bay. That's what this is looking like. And I think I'm only going to pull out one more palette for this rotation because I do have a lot of palettes like in my everyday makeup drawer as well. Ooh, a little bouncy. And that palette is going to be this one. This is the newest palette to my collection. This is from Juvia's Place. This is the Coffee Shop. If you guys recall, I mentioned when I did that Ulta beauty shopping vlog and haul that I was thinking about picking this one up when I was at Ulta, but I decided to wait because Juvia's Place always has sales and they had one for Juneteenth. So I got this one 50% off. I love the artwork on the top. And then this is our color story. Oh my God, I love this. I think this is so beautiful. Lots of different coffee tones. And there's some shades in here that are similar to the ones that were in that Nomad palette that I ended up decluttering just because that palette was so old. Looking forward to giving this one a try. And I think that's going to be it for the eyeshadow palettes. I think this was the quickest, most simplest eyeshadow palette pull that I've ever done, you guys. Now we're going to go through this. First of all, please forgive my dirty vanity, you guys. I just haven't had a chance to clean it. It's been pretty busy. Most of the stuff over here is going to stay out, so there's not going to be too many changes in here. The Cosmic Cowgirl Skin Grip Primer, that's going to stay out. The AOA Studio Vision is going to stay out, but I am going to put back these satin drops. This primer, you guys, it's supposed to be a gripping primer. I don't get much grippiness from it, but it mattifies so well. I already have this like in another cart. I'm definitely going to repurchase this. I've really been enjoying it. I'm going to go ahead and keep out the Ulta Beauty Poreless Face Primer, and I'm going to keep out my Revolution Contour and Concealer palette. This one is in medium. I keep this one out for the color corrector right here. It is so freaking good. I also use the bronzers, but these over here, which are the concealers, I don't really use those. We're going to keep out our Ioni eyeliner. I've almost used this one up, so I am going to pull one just because that one is almost used up. I think I'm going to go ahead and put back the soft base because I don't have any pastel shades that, actually, you know what? I take that back. I do have the Nomad palette, so we'll keep this one out for another month. I'm also going to keep out the Shadow Stay eyeshadow primer from AOA Studio. I'm going to put back the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. Actually, no. We're going to keep out the ColourPop Pretty Fresh, and we're also going to keep out the LA Colors Ultimate Cover, but I'm going to put back the one from Ulta Beauty. I actually meant to put this one in my empties. This is the one from Stila. We have used this one up. The other one that I have over here is from Aether Beauty. the Big Bang mascara. So we're going to pull out one more since I used up the one from Stila. So you see how quickly that went. We're going to keep out the MAC Andy. This is a mattifying powder. I'm going to keep this one out all summer. I am going to put back the Airway Studio Perfect Setting Powder in Banana, but I'm going to keep out the Revolution one. This is the one that I love to use under my eyes. So I'm going to keep this one out for that. And that's everything that's over here. You see how quickly that went? We did that so fast. Now we're going to go through this. Just like everything else, most of the stuff in here I'm going to keep. Let's zoom out just a little bit. I'm going to put back the Essence Peachy Blossom. This one is okay. It's just not super pigmented. I do have to like really build this one up. I'm going to put back the ColourPop. This is the matte bronzer in Pacific Beach. I like this one, but it has more of a kind of a sunburnt reddish kind of undertone to it. It's not my favorite as far as the undertone. The formula is nice though. I'm going to keep out my CoverGirl Full Spectrum palette. This one is, I think, in medium. We're going to keep this one out. We're going to put back from Give Beauty. I enjoyed this one. This is the Pick It Up Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo and Super Hot. I used both formulas and I really enjoy them. I love them equally. I think they both perform really well. I'm going to also put back, this one is the Glow Edit from Revolution Pro. If you guys remember when I first used this one, I was having a hard time blending this one over a matte foundation. But what I realized is that I just need to take my finger, kind of go through it a little bit, swirl it around, kind of warm it up, and then it blends out beautifully. This is a gorgeous bronzer. As you can see, I did use a lot of it. I'm going to keep out the Soul Face and Body in Dark from ColourPop. We're going to keep this one out. This is going to be my cream bronzer, but I am going to pull out one of my older ones so that I can have an older one and a newer one to use. Let's see, blushes. We're going to keep out this one from Profusion. I didn't really get a chance to use it much. I'm also going to keep out the liquid blush from Beauty Bay. The shade is in Reef. I want to keep this one out for another month. Pretty much, I think everything over here I'm going to keep out for another month. We have BH Cosmetics and Sunflex. We have from ColourPop. This one is in Retro. It's a gorgeous freaking blush. And then we also have the one from House Labs. This one is in Pomelo Peach. It's stunning. And then I have two cream bronzers out of blushes where I just didn't get a chance to use them much. We have from AOA Studio, this is the Hush Blush. The shade is in Cozy. And then from Be Pure, this is from their Clean line. It doesn't have a shade name, but this is really beautiful too. The way that I did the cream bronzers and like the liquids, or I might keep saying bronzers, blushes, I put my foundation on and then I would blend a little bit of these over my foundation, set everything down with powder, and then use a powder blush just to kind of go over that, and it lasted all day. But this is kind of where I'm keeping it for now. I guess let's go ahead and start picking out new products. Starting with complexion, I have recently brought in some new products to my collection. Let's go ahead and start with powder, since that's the one that's on the top. I'm going to pull this over here so that we can see. The newest ones to my collections, I have the LA Color Pro Powder and Translucent. I have from Revolution. What is this one called? I don't know exactly what this is called. I cannot remember, but it has a pressed powder on the top and a loose powder on the bottom. I think this is the one that I'm going to pull, but I also brought in a new one, another new one. This is from Hard Candy. This is the Translucent Sheer Envy Loose Powder. I have been looking for this one. I finally found that one. So those are the newest ones to my collection, but this is the one that I think I'm going to pull. Let me just show you guys. Like I said, on the bottom, there's a loose powder, and on the top, there's a pressed, and I thought maybe I could try this one. Oh, this is the In Real Life powder. That's what that is. I thought that maybe the pressed one I could try under my eyes. I'll have to let you guys know what I think. Maybe I'll do a get ready with me in a couple of weeks, and we'll test out some of these. That's going to be my powder. Put this one back. And even though I have some primers over here, I think I want to pull out a couple more. I'm going to pull out the Poreless Partner from Essence because this one is almost used up. I may have 2, maybe 3 more uses out of this, so I might as well get it used up. And then I'm also going to pull in from Revolution. This is the Pore Vantage Primer. I believe this is the one. Let me double check. Yes, we'll pull this one in. You guys, I think this Shop My Stash is probably one of the fastest ones that I have ever filmed. All right. I went ahead and I kind of rearranged this so that my older ones are on the top and then I kind of have like newer ones in the bottom. I definitely want to pull back in my e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This is the newest one to my collection and I am loving it. We want to use this one some more. And I think I want to pull in one more. I kind of want to pull in an older one. And it's going to be this one from Oma Beauty because this one, or this is the Oma by Sharon C. This is the drugstore brand. I've almost used this one up as well, so I want to see if I can go ahead and get this finished up. So we're going to pull this one. This one is in Bronze Venus. I'm going to go ahead and pull in one more concealer too, and it's going to be the LYS Triple Effects, only because I want to pull in something that's older. These two are kind of older, but I want to pull in something else as well. So we're going to pull in the Triple Fix from LYS. What shade is this? This shade is TG1. So we'll have 3 concealers on me rotating, and I do have some more over here. I've really been getting through a lot of things because a lot of these products only have, they're like less than half empty. So they're going to be, or less than half full rather. So I'm going to be using up a lot of products over the next month or so. That is going to be it. I already have a corrector, so I don't need to pull that. So let's go ahead and put this away. I almost forgot setting spray. I used up the one from NYX, but I'm working on the one from ColourPop. I'm just going to keep this one out until I use it up. We are going to pick one more just so that I can have 2, because that one, I may have that other one used up before the end of the month. So I like to have another one pulled out already. And what do I want to pull out? Let's do this in the Sephora makeup setting spray. So we'll pull this one out. Moving into blush, highlighter, bronzer, I do want to pull out a palette. It's a newer one to my collection. I just recently picked it up from Ulta. I did show you guys this one in that haul. This is the Roxy Revolution. I'm not sure who Roxy is, honestly, but I just thought this palette was stunning, and I'm going to give this one a try. So we're going to pull this palette. One thing I do want to mention is that in the last couple of videos, I've been like pulling out the products and kind of laying them out next to each other as far as eyeshadow palettes and blushes. I'm not going to do that this time since a lot of them are the same. There's like no reason for me to do that. Let's pull out a mascara. You guys, I have so many new mascaras. I did add 2 to my collection. I think I have one coming from Shop Missy. I didn't make an order. This one is from Floss. It's the Rise Above. I got this one out of I had to think for a second, the Allure Beauty Box. And then this is one of the ones that I picked up from Ulta in that haul that I used my $15 gift card for. This is the CoverGirl Cleantopia Lash Blast in waterproof. If I want to try some more waterproof mascaras, I'm not going to pull either one of these. I also have, of course, the ones from Essence that I pulled. I did show you guys those in that Ulta Beauty haul. The one that I'm going to pull is this one. This is the Clean AF. Is this from Lawless? I've had this one for a while. I think I got this out of a BoxyCharm, so we're going to give this one a try. This is the One and Done Longwear Volumizing Mascara. I just realized I didn't mention the brow pencil. I have that one from Ioni that I'm currently working on. I don't need to pull out a new brow pencil. I'm going to wait until that one is used up and then pull one out, but I do need a liner. And what do I want to pull? I think I'm going to pull this one back out. This is from Beauty Creations. This is just the Draw the Line Infinity Wear Liquid Liner. So I'm going to pull this one out. All right, moving into highlighters. I have that palette and I have the one from Beauty Bay. So I may not even need to pull out a highlighter. I have a nice variety of highlighters right now. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to worry about pulling out a highlighter unless I decide to change my mind and take some of the ones that I already have and put them back and switch them out. So let's go ahead and do bronzer. Had to sit my butt down on the floor so that I can actually see what it is I'm doing. For powder, I'm going to pull this one in. Now, this is not a bronzer. This is the Clean Fresh Healthy Look Pressed Powder in Deep. I saw this one at the Dollar Tree. Like, you know, every now and then the Dollar Tree like will have some name brand products in there. And they had a whole bunch of these powders, but they were all in the same shade. All of them were in the shade Deep. But I thought this might work as a bronzer. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to give this one a try as a bronzer. Do I want to pull out another powder on? I am. I'm going to pull out this one. The little, it's starting to wear off here. This is the Kinder Beauty and Tranquil. I love this bronzer. What I'm going to do is, right now I'm currently working on the one from Wet n Wild that I'm currently working on. Well, that one is already panned. So I'm trying to see how much of it I can get used up by the end of the year. I think I might pull this one into a project panning, project empties once that one is finished. I'm actually getting through that one pretty well. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull this one in. I like to have something newer, something older. And I have the balm up here from ColourPop. And what do I want to pull? I think I'm going to pull in this one again. This is the Black Up Contouring Stick. There's like a highlighter on this end and then a bronzer on this end. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one in. Now, as far as blushes, I think the only ones I'm going to pull in are the newer ones that I just bought. This one is newer. I'm not going to pull this one in, but I just wanted to show you. This is one of the newer products that I got from Juvia's Place when I did that mini haul. I did the palette. I did this blush. This is the Blushed Rouge Volume 5. Bright pinks. I thought this was so pretty. And then I also got a glycolic toner from Juvia's Place. I would have got their setting spray too, but unfortunately it was sold out. So what am I going to pull in? I'm going to pull in my NYX Buttermelt Blush. This shade is in a Had Butter. I love the fact that this is kind of an orangey coral. It looks more orange in person than it does on camera, but yeah, looking forward to trying this one. I've been very excited about trying this formula. And then what else? I'm also going to pull in, this is from the Ulta Beauty collection. This is a trio of cream blushes. I'm going to open it all so you can see what this one looks like. Does this one have a name? It just says Cream Blush Stack. You have No Games, just the Soft Caramel, Low Key, which is the Terracotta, and Nevermind, which is the Soft Berry Shimmer. So that's the first shade. That is the second shade. And then this one is that Soft Berry Shimmer. I saw this one on Ulta. I've been seeing it on the website for a while, and so I decided to go ahead and get it. It was pretty inexpensive, so we're going to try this one. And I think that is going to be it. I would like to try some more. I have like so many blushes, you guys, but I only have one face. So this is what we're going to do for this month. Who knows? I may switch some stuff out at the end or like around the middle of July. We'll just have to see. I may go ahead and take some of the blushes that I currently already have that I'm keeping out and just switch some of those out. But for now, that is going to be it. You guys, I think that was the quickest Shop My Stash I have ever filmed in the history of my Shop My Stashes. I'm going to go ahead and get this all organized, and I will just show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. Everything is nicely organized. I'm excited about continuing to use some of my older makeup as well as bringing in some of the newer makeup that I recently purchased. And like I said, guys, I think that was the quickest Shop My Stash I've ever filmed in the history of my Shop My Stashes. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It does help to get my videos into recommendations. If you're new, I would love it if you consider joining my little family and subscribe. Make sure you tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Be safe. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.